kid in Wisconsin. What did you weigh, and where do you weigh now, and what do you think you can play as a running?
Yeah, so I came in at 220. That was the first weigh-in, and then yesterday I weighed in at 247. That's kind of what I played my career at Wisconsin. But I'm up for anything. I've heard coaches ask, say, hey, can you put 10 pounds on? Hey, can you, stay there? So, I've had no trouble with it, really, so far. So I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to get on the field. Really they don't give you much. They kind of keep that to themselves. No, but it's cool to kind of go through the opportunity. When you sit down with a lot of these coaches, the scouts, they talk about your background, they have to know all that. But then when you start meeting with these tight end coaches, you get to watch film with them and talk about your film. And I think that's really a perk, and that's something cool that you could do here. Is just talk ball with them and have the ability to see if how you guys learn, if you mesh, things like that.
There's some plays though. I think about your team last year where you could be playing in bad weather. It takes 3 quarters to start to find it, but then it comes around. And you're the guy that they rely on in 3rd and 4th down in some of those key situations. There's got to be a couple of those chapters to your tape. It's got to impress these guys, right?
Yeah.
Particularly in the weather.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've always taken pride in, especially as we had a young quarterback these last couple of years, just being reliable, being there whenever he needed me, and so forth. So that's something I always took pride in. Clutch situations. I was always wanted to be that guy that I want the ball in my hands, I want to make a play for them, and things like that.
How would you describe yourself as a player?
I would say I'm all around tight end. That's one thing that playing at Wisconsin you have to be able to do, and I was lucky enough to play under Coach Chris for 3 years and do it. So I think I could be a 3-down tight end in this league, and that's what I do best. Really a bunch. I got a lot of respect for a lot of the tight ends in the league, so I watch a bunch of them. I'll watch Witten, Kelsey, Ertz, Olsen. I'll watch a ton of guys. Delanie Walker.
Which one's your favorite?
That's tough. Witten was my favorite for a while, just because how he carried himself as a man, and a lot of them do great. But he's always on that field. He's always a leader for those guys. Always made big plays.
Where do you think as far as more rounds?
Oh, I got no clue. I try not to think about that, whatsoever. Let everybody, let the other guys that their job is to worry about that do that.
Looking back, how many drops do you think you had the whole time at Wisconsin?
Probably 1 a year.
Maybe 3 or 4 at the most?
How do you think your quarterback would describe you?
Tough, leader, and consistent. Those are the things that I try to take pride in. I really try to emulate and show people that I do well is just being tough and being consistent out there. Whether that's being able to ask to be doing run block, catch a ball on 3rd down, things like that. That's something I do take pride in.
Did you get doubled a lot? Did you get a lot of safeties over the top, or some bracketing?
Yeah, some teams did that. Just depending on the scheme and what they needed. But no, that happened at times. BYU, Miami did it. A couple, for example.
You said you've been working out with Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Where
we're down at Exos in Phoenix. Yep.
What other sports did you play previously?
Say it again.
What other sports have you played previously?
I played baseball in high school, and then baseball and basketball growing up. Yeah, beating our rival, I guess. We Equal Valley, my junior year, we played them in overtime, and we always go back and forth. But it was a great game. Whole city's there, something like that. It was pretty special.
You hung in there as a Bears fan?
I have. Through all this time, I still hang in there to this day. Yeah.
When were you hooked?
Say it again.
When were you hooked?
Oh, when I used to watch Brian Urlacher, Devin Hester growing up. Lance Briggs. I used to love watching all those guys play.
Thanks.
Thanks.